Good afternoon, I'm Shane Strobel from Strobel Manufacturing here in Clarks, Nebraska. Today we're going to be showing you how to install a 40 by 40 super shade, the original shade. We've been building them since 2012, so we're on our 14th year doing this now. We came up with a new system, a two-piece tarp, and so we wanted to bring out a new video for our customers to look at, so it's a nice easy installment process for them. So what we're going to show you is what comes on the truck that'll be dropped off at your place wherever you need them at to install it. This is our center section, what we call our center section. These pieces here is what we call our center braces. There's 4 of those. We got 2 1/8" pipe that's going to secure the tarp. We also have some 3-inch pipe that are 40 foot long and 1¼ pipe that goes along with the tarp as well. You see behind us what we call the End Rafters. There's 2 of those. We've got an 8-inch pipe that goes up on top, 40 footer, and then we got 2 what we call half rafters that go in the center of the shade when you assemble it. Also, we have 4 what we call corner braces that we'll install to on the side of the shades. What you're looking at here is a base that we use to secure the shade in place along with the tarps. We got bags of bolts and nuts ready to go. We got all of our tools ready and wrenches. And then this bracket, which we'll show you later on the assembly part of it, is what's going to keep the tarp in place. Got 2 or 4 1-inch straps and 6 ratchet straps, as well as what we call half moons that's going to secure the pipe to the shade for easy roll up. So right now we're securing the 8-inch tube on top of the base. We're going to go ahead and tighten up about 4 bolts just to keep it in place for the time being. Pretty much assemble everything on the ground here, and then we'll lift it up and put our center section in at the end. Now that we got the 8-inch secured on top of the base, we're going to go ahead and get our end rafters, our 40-foot end rafters. We're going to put them on both ends, get them all tightened up, nice and buttoned up. Will be our next process. When you're putting the end rafters on, it's the only way they can go on is this flat piece. This is a channel or an angle iron that we bent, but this flat has to be up against the 8-inch tube. That's the only way it can go on. Come in here at the forklift, we'll lift it up, move it into place, and then secure it. So when you're securing the the end rafters on, you're going to use a 7/16 by 1.5" bolt along with the nut that goes with it. There'll be 6 of them to get it into place. Now we're going to go ahead and put on the second end rafter. Make sure that you got that flat side in front. It's going to hit the flat side of the 8-inch tube. Now we're going to be securing our half rafters, what we call our half rafters. There is a right and a left, so make sure you got it on the right side. But there are 3 bolts up there that we're putting in, 7/16 by 1.5". Putting on the half rafters, make sure again, like on the end rafters, that the flat goes against the flat up on top. Oh, now we're going to be rolling out the tarps to put in our 40-foot pipe that goes through there. There'll be 1.125 inches, 1.25 inches, but we need to roll it out first, get the pipe in there, and then put it up on top of the shade to roll out later. All right, when you're going to install your tarp, it's very important that the strap, the welded strap, is facing towards the sky. This strap needs to be going towards the sky and not on the bottom side of it. This allows us to go around our pipe and tighten it up properly. So what Mike and Colby are doing now is putting in the 1.125 inch tube, what I'm going to call the top side of the tarp. That's going to go into our brackets up on top that are secure the shade into place. Me and Brandon will be putting in the 1.25 inch pipe on the bottom side. So with the two different sizes of pipe, it's real easy to tell the difference. The 1.25 inch is going to have a shaft welded in at the end of it with a hole in it, so we're able to put a jack on it or a handle on it to roll it up during the off season. The 1.125 pipe does not have anything welded to it, and it goes to the top side. So what we're doing now is we're putting a 1/2 moon on the shade with self-tapping screws. That holds the 1.25 inch pipe in place when you're rolling it up, so it doesn't spin when you're rolling it up. The pipe doesn't spin when you're rolling it up. You put about 4, you put 4 on a side, every 6 foot or so, just kind of spread them out evenly. Right now we're going to be rolling out the other side of the tarp on our 2-piece tarp. Make sure when you're laying it out that you see the stitching on the strap facing towards the sky. Once again, putting in the 1.25 inch pipe with the shaft welded on it, while Colby and Mike put in the 1.125 pipe. Once again, Brandon's putting on the 1/2 moons with the self-tapping screws to make sure that 1.25 inch pipe is secure to the tarp. All right, so we're going to be putting in our top brackets before we put in our tarp up here, but you can see how is it installed. They come with a pin and also another pin to keep it in place, but you want to make sure that it goes where that is going to hold down the tube. Now Colby and Brandon are actually rolling up the tarp so we can set it in place. Once they get it in place, or once they get it rolled up, we'll grab another forklift, use 2 forklifts to lift it up on top of the frame, and then eventually roll it out. Got the tarp in place, and if you're not real super tall, you might have to grab a ladder, but we're going to put our other pin to hold that tarp into place. Just put it in. So that'll keep that locked into place throughout the year. So you will never have to undo this or mess with this going forward. So right now we're lifting the shade into place. Just use 2 pieces of equipment to lift it up and move it forward to the center. So what we're doing is we're securing the 3-inch pipe onto the end rafters using a 7/16 by 1.5 inch bolt. 2 half-by-4 bolts to secure the center, the 3-inch pipe to the middle rafter. On the other side, so we use the same bolts to put it on. Pretty simple, self-explanatory. This is going to go right in the center of there. You're going to get your 1/2-by-4-inch bolts, put them in place, and your 9/16 by 7 or 9/16 by 1.5" on the ends. So Brandon here is putting on the quarter braces. We're going to use a 7/16 by inch, 7/16 by inch bolt. There'll be 4 of them. We'll get them all tightened up. Now we're going to install our 1-inch gray straps. They go all across the frame of the shade itself. So what we do is just hook it on there, and we're going to throw it over the top of it. Make sure you go over the top of it. Bring it down here, get all the rolls out of it if you can. So we just want to use the ratchet strap, get it nice and snug, tight, and then secure the leftover. So Brandon right now is rolling it out, the tarp, so we can put our ratchet straps on and get it in place before we get it up in the air. You can either do it by hand, like Colby's doing down there, or you can grab the handle that we provide you to roll it out. Straps going to go into the ratchet, tighten it up nice and snug, and then when we get everything secured, we're going to be putting in the middle section. So now that we've got the tarp in place, secured, we're going to get our forklifts or any piece of equipment that you have, we're going to put them on both sides. We want to put our forks in between the 2 pieces of tubing, and we're going to lift up, put pressure on the frame itself, and then Colby's going to undo those 4 bolts that we put on early in the process. We're going to go ahead and lift up the shade a little bit to get it off the center post. Then I'm going to have Jonah come forward, and I'm going to come back about 3 foot. We need to lift it as high as that center section so we can lift that pipe underneath, or that tube underneath there. And we're going to put our center section into place. All right, now we're going to go ahead and lift up our center section with the bolted to the 8-inch pipe. Lift it up high enough in the air to cover up the base or go over the top of the base. Now we're going to go the opposite way that we took it off. I'm going to be going forward. We'll go ahead and go down with it a little bit. Line up the bolts, holes. Guys are going to go ahead and put their 5/8 by 2-inch bolts in there, put the nuts on, and secure it into place. So we're installing the center braces. You're going to use the 5/8 by 2-inch bolts. We have one forklift with a man basket on. The other forklift's going to be on their other side to make it a little easier to get this thing hooked up. This is our last step in the process, getting these 4 braces on.